I love your story. It's a bit of a cheeky one. You were both sent to UL by your then employer to become better leaders and to bring back those skills. But instead you went and set up your own pharmaceutical company immediately upon graduation. How did they take that, and was that always the plan, Tom?
Well, we didn't set the company up immediately after we graduated. We set it up before we graduated. We actually set it up 3 months before we graduated. So, was it always the plan? We decided we worked together for a large multinational pharmaceutical company, and Patsy and I decided we were going to undertake an MBA program together. I'm pretty sure we definitely didn't have an idea that by the time we finished we were going to end up with our own company, but it was, you know, an inflection point in both of our careers where we wanted to do something different, learn something different. So it certainly wasn't the plan at the beginning when we entered the MBA program, but once we got going, Professor Patricia Fleming dragged that inner entrepreneur out of us, and we were pretty sure where we were going by the end of the program. So it worked out really well. The MBA program gave us the skills, the tools to pull the business plan together around, you know, taking the vision we had for the company once we started the entrepreneurship module, and it really just helped us pull the whole concept together. In terms of going back to the first part of your question,
the employers.
Well, actually, it's funny because we worked for a multinational pharma firm called IVEX that was owned by a Miami billionaire called Philip Frost, and he was selling the company around the time that we left to set up Airgen. So there were no hard feelings, and that's actually, it's funny the way the world comes around, because he's the same guy that came around that owns the company that bought us last year, so there's definitely no hard feelings.
Fair enough. So Patsy, at the time that you entered this business plan, your project in the international competition, you also won an award for the best telephone pitch to a US investment banker. That was your pitch? Allegedly. Well, come on, give us some tips. How do you get a US investment banker to throw all your money at you? I'm going to be taking notes here.
Well, it was the business plan competition that Professor Fleming made us enter. But it was the best thing that ever happened, because it put us onto an international stage. But part of it was this Golden Phone Award, which is a bit cringe-worthy, already. But I had actually left IVAX at the time. Tom was actually still working there. So we snuck back in one night into his office. And the cleaners were around and everything. I was actually not an employee anymore. And we said, right, okay, we have to ring this guy. You told me Carrot Capital?
Carrot Capital.
Sounds like the real one you'd want to take money from, Carrot Capital. So this yank on the other end of the phone, and he said, right, you got your 2 minutes, give it to me. You know, so
hit me.
We were sort of looking at each other, and he says, you take the phone. But I've actually precious little memory of whatever the pitch was. Whatever, I can't use the language that I would normally use to describe what we did. But yeah, when we got to San Diego later on, it was good. It was a good boost because we kind of knew we had that award. But then the business plan competition we went to, you had Carnegie Mellon, you had all the big colleges in the States. And then the two Paddies rocked up on Paddy's Day. It was actually St. Patrick's Day. But it was that was a fantastic bit of validation that we badly needed at that vulnerable stage when you're going, will this work or won't it, or are we doing the right thing? You know, sort of. I'd left the job at that stage. Tom was kind of on his way out the door to join me. We had no money. We had no real business. We had a PowerPoint presentation. And that's sort of, it's at that time that you need that sort of injection of confidence every now and then.
Yeah.
And to have Patricia behind you, pat me in the back the whole time, keep your behind, lads, keep your behind the So she was great, she was right behind us. No, just for the record, she gave us a B in the fucking module.
Well, earlier this year, Tom, and I'll let you take this one, Airgen entered into an agreement with the IDA to acquire an advanced technology building still in Waterford to establish a state-of-the-art R&D facility, which will lead to the creation of an extra 150 jobs. no small task. And what are your plans for the future? I mean, obviously including that.
Well, even since you got the intro, we're close to 150 jobs at the moment, and we acquired Idea, built a new advanced factory. It's the first one they've built in the southeast in many, many years, and we've just completed the purchase of that from them, and we have planning permission in, and our vision is to create a standalone state-of-the-art pharmaceutical R&D centre in the southeast of Ireland, where we intend to employ 150 high-skilled people, purely in R&D, developing our pipeline and our portfolio, looking at areas such as sterile injectable products, which is technology that we're quite new to us, in terms of inhalation products for respiratory disease, in terms of proteins, in terms of drugs for chronic kidney disease, and so on and so forth. We're not going to get too much change out of 40 million by the time we're finished the investment, but it'll be one of the best, corporate standalone pharma R&D facilities in the country by the time we're finished that, and we're convinced of that. And it's a big goal for us. It's going to be a centre of excellence for OPCO Corp, for R&D in the world. OPCO, who are our parent now, are constantly buying companies, constantly buying technologies, and investing heavily in that. And our link into that is following those acquisitions to bring those technologies over to Ireland, to develop the products, to bring them to market, and then to commercialise them around the world. That's the vision here.
Okay. Patsy, I understand your wife Philippa is a Thomond College graduate, and your son Lachlan recently followed in your own footsteps, graduating from UL with a bachelor's in industrial chemistry. What was it like for you and Philippa being back here for his graduation? Did it feel strange? Did it bring back lots of nice memories? Were you tempted to go get a cheeky pint in the hurlers or stables?
Well, again, same reaction as Jimmy was saying and you were saying when you go back out to the college, and it's totally transformed and it's completely different to what it was back in my day. But one of the things for me was a photograph that was taken at my graduation back in '85 in the quadrangle by the White House against the tree, and it's still hanging at home with me mammy. And to have your man pulled him over beside the tree and said, right, we'll take the same photograph a good few years later, 31 years later. So, but it was amazing for the pair of us to come back. Now, in fact, we were mortal enemies when we were, it was NIHE and Thomond, no one's going to mention that. We're all mad about it, we were so mad about each other back then. So, it was a very different campus, because it was really two different campuses at the time. So, but it was lovely to come back and to meet faculty that are still there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Tony Conbrook was here in the audience, who he lectured me when I was an undergrad, and there he was again when we arrived in August this year. So it's great, and to see the new generations coming along, it was a special event. It was lovely.
And there's also an unusually high number of rather vocal industrial chemistry graduates, I think, over in that side of the room. Hey! Did you bring your whole class?
No, I'd rather skip past this bit. So that's the class of '85. We were a tight bunch. He was 25 of us that came out in '85, and to this day we would regularly meet back here in Limerick. And two of our number can be here tonight. We lost two over the years, George Whelan and John Manning. Absent friends. Absent friends. So it's great for us to get back together, and to lots of memories and lots of really embarrassing photographs. So it's great to have them here, and it really does make it a special occasion when they come along, and they are quite vocal. So I'm right along.
All right. Okay, moving swiftly along, we'll pass back to Tom. The pair of you are no stranger to awards. I mean, AirGen's been nominated for and won so many, including the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Awards. Now you have a UL Alumni Award. You each have your own one. What does it mean to you both to be acknowledged by your alma mater like this, together?
It's fantastic. It's a huge honour for us both and for our families to get this award. It really, really is. We were just chatting about it actually quite a bit over the last week. And we've looked at the list of the other 30 odd alumni, and it's a serious club to be part of. And I don't think the two of us ever thought that we would be one of the 32 out of 84,000 to get this. But yeah, we've been lucky enough that we've been recognised quite a bit since we started up the business. But this award brings it back to the very DNA. When we founded the company, when we were sitting in that entrepreneurship class in the MBA with a blank sheet of paper, with what's the first line we're going to write, what's the first sentence of the business plan, what name are we going to call the company. So it's back to the very nucleus, back to the very heart of the DNA where it all started, and I think, for both of us, because of that, this is more special than anything that's ever done. So.
Oh, well, very pleased to be involved. That's a tough one to follow now, so I'm just going to ask you for a little nugget of information again, which is any advice for future entrepreneurs hoping to operate internationally and to maybe follow in some of your success?
It's something because we're asked a lot, and you'd be asked to mentor, and you have people coming looking for advice all the time to say, sort of, how did you do it, and so on. And we come right back to that lecture in Clonmel, the very first one, an Entrepreneurship Award, because we did it as it was an outreach programme to Guidance in Clonmel, who hosted the satellite group of us of 12 that did the MBA. And that Saturday morning, when Patricia came down and focused our attention by saying 80% of the module this year, of this term, will be the business plan, 20 will be the exam, and that kind of focused your attention straight away. But the tools that we got, the framework that we got to put that business plan together, which I would say we got up to 40-something iterations of it by the time it kind of got to some sort of stage, which, by the way, said that the maximum number of employees would be 14. So we got that bit wrong. But it gave us all this, it just gave you all the bits that you need. It must be in any business plan, or else you're just deluding yourself. And that you've got to keep validating it. Your sort of primary research, your secondary research, you've got to do what is the idea you have, but is it really a valid idea? And then take it from there. But really, that's the essence of it. Every time someone comes and says, I have an idea, I have whatever, you sort of reference them back, get a business plan, there's a standard framework, follow it, and be truthful to yourself in terms of what you put down. Don't walk around the questions. You have to front up. You've got to make those phone calls to those potential customers and see, will they buy that product or service that you're offering, will they take it from you? So you got to front up and do it.
Okay. Some sage advice. I'm sure we'll all be following that as best we can. Thank you very much, Tom and Patsy, and we wish you and AirGen Pharma continued success.